so active, so continuously moving from one program to the other. Now, as part as this travelogue program is concerned, say last year, the idea was the local site visit. That is as part of the induction program, because the students will be arriving in a new campus. That happens for all the institutes all over the country. So they will be traveling, or say they will make a visit to a nearby place, and by that they will understand that is from their own hometown, say where they have come to. Now this time it was not possible, because last year we made a visit to the nearby tea gardens, and if those who you are from Assam or Northeast region, or those who have done a study of the geography, also you know that there is the tea gardens are there in this Assam region, that which is known as the Assam tea, the city that they produce. And we are doing a lot of activities with these tea gardens at the same time. So obviously, that is your chances of making a visit to the tea garden is not yet over. So next, obviously, when you will be able to make a visit to the campaign, so that can go on, and you can take part in various developmental and research activities with the tea gardens also. But having said that, so our point of concern was that is the local visit we cannot do in the current circumstances. So what can be the possibility? So then the idea of the travelogue, so that came to our mind. And in travelogue, we restricted it to, that is a visit to your own state, so that when this information, this travelogue is shared among the students of the same batch, they know each other's place basically. Because it might happen that is someone who is staying in, say, state X, has not moved to other state, say state Y. But when you share the travelogues of your fellow classmates, you know your beautiful country, India. So that was number one point. Number two is obviously a writing skill, and then at the same time, that is, if you have, when you have made a visit, say until your class 12, we can expect that might be your parents and your brothers and sisters were part of that visit. So such a induction program activity, it will not only involve the student themselves, but it will involve their parents as well. Because through this induction, when it is an offline mode, they are in the campus. So it is induction of the student into the academic atmosphere of that institute. But when it is induction in an online mode like this one, so the overall perspective of the induction program basically changes. And the change that we try to incorporate is that to include your parents also. Because say normally idea is that after 12, the sons and the daughters, they'll be moving to their hostels, and then the 4 years after that, they'll basically go for their job and never to, say, return back for a long duration. In that sense, only the small set that they can come up. So idea was like this one. And just from the report of Dr. Nayak, we identify that the program has been a huge success. So what was our idea at the beginning? So having, and I think because we put a restriction, that is, besides the compulsory event, only 4 events per student. And that is why the number is to something around 200. Otherwise, I believe that the more and more number of entries would have come. And then obviously the process that we have tried to say that initially there will be a screening, and then after that the students themselves, they will rate them. I think the whole process they have gone through, so that I will be knowing from the reports also. But good to see that the your traveling or your travel experience you want to share. And maybe in future, I think I'll tell my task coordinators to so that we can have a booklet in future that will showcase our beautiful country of India. And you see that the whole philosophy of the NIT model is that it includes the 50% students from the home state and 50% from outside state. And so the students from across the country, they get an opportunity to know each other. And you will be seeing that in the NIT Silchar, and similarly, obviously, must be in other NITs as well. So the students speaking different languages, different cultures from different environment, they meet at one place, make friends with each other, and maybe that builds the solid foundation of a new India that is ever evolving, the young India that is basically at the forefront of the globe. So, with these wishes, and obviously today you are waiting to listen to Dr. Devashish Botobal. So, I think next I hand it over to Tana. So, carry it on.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your enriching and motivating words. Thank you so much. So today the esteemed speaker of the webinar is Dr. Debashish Batabyal. He works in the Department of Travel and Tourism, Amity University, Kolkata. He has received his doctorate from the University of Burdwan. His areas of research interest include ecotourism and sustainable development, impact of tourism, concept and model building in tourism, destination development and planning. He has, to his credit, 2 books and 3 edited volumes with reputed international publishers and several international research papers. He has extensively worked in collaboration with UNDP and the government of West Bengal. In addition, he has been awarded with ILO's South-South Triangular Cooperation Scholarship to participate in the 11th Social and Solidarity Economy Academy in Madrid, Spain. Today, he will enlighten us on the topic of tourism and rural development. Now I request Dr. Debashish Batabyal to address the audience. Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Respected Director Sir, other respected dignitaries in this web platform, and all the teachers, students, and participants. It is my immense pleasure to be here in this platform of NIT Silchar. Travel and tourism is no longer an elitist tag. The prospects and challenges have increased manifold. Owing to this COVID-19 pandemic, the global travel and tourism experienced a huge crisis. And today, interestingly or coincidentally, our topic is rural tourism and development. This topic I have chosen having been motivated from the very basic topic of these United Nations World Tourism Organization. So throughout the world, almost all the countries in the world, they are thinking of opening up with a new spirit and joy. But we are in a pandemic and we are experiencing health crisis, tremendous health crisis that has brought about other economic, socio-cultural crisis. So we are going through crisis, obviously, but amidst this period, some people around the world, they wish to go, even they are not able to be at home for a longer period of time. And you know that travel and tourism is not only for leisure recreations. There are many, important necessities for which people travel, like business, medical treatment, visiting friends and relatives. So these are most important things for which people have to travel. So we can't avoid that. But as far as the industry situation is concerned, it is not good. I should not say it is doing well, because we have lost many more things and it will take time to recover. At this point of time, what this United Nations World Tourism Organization thinking actually? They are thinking of bottom-up approach. Bottom-up approach means, from within the local area, we have to grow up. India is fortunately having a very powerful domestic tourism market that we want to tap. So we have to start from the very basics again. We don't know whether international tourism will recover soon or we would be from local to regional to national to international. We don't know that. But we are in a crisis, as I said. But what we have to do, twofold approaches, twofold aspects that we consider. One is bottom, another is obviously with a huge infrastructure, we have this top-down approach with a lot of principal components in the field of travel and tourism industry. The main fact is that today's rural tourism is in continuation with the earlier trend that we had earlier. Actually, people, if I ask you, I want to share my PPT. Uh, if I ask what are the types and forms of tourism, then obviously, for a layman, it is better to say that we have, say, mass tourism and non-mass tourism, we would say. Mass tourism, as far as mass tourism is concerned, really institutionalized platform with lot of hotels, travel agencies, tour operating organizations, airlines. We are moving, and as far as non-mass travel and tourism is concerned, here we find lot of alternative approaches. Let me share the PPT. Actually, connection is little poor over here. Yes, I want to share PPT. So as I was saying, the entire world is actually running after these alternative practices that we can check this mass tourism, the adverse effect of mass tourism that we can see, and it's also necessary because we talk about cultural, social, political impact exhibited through tourism. A lot of people, even some of the experts are now thinking about world tourism, many places full of world tourism activities, and as such.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir, PPT is not visible.
OPP is not.
So it is some blank screen. So if there is a network issue, so can you share the PPT to Tanya madam such that we will play from here? So on the top you can see stop presenting, stop sharing. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, stop sharing. It is showing. At that time, it was going on.
Yes, it
Yes.
was showing actually.
So
Or
may
you
I
can do
send
one
you
thing,
a mail?
you turn off your video also, sir. You turn off your you
Hello?
turn off your video. Turn off your video and try. Then you try, sir.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think almost it will be coming, I believe. So my PPT is visible now.
No, no, not yet. It's about to come. Just right, right. Yes, now it is visible, sir. Go to the slideshow. Yes, sir. You can go.
Yes, thank
Okay, sir. Please go ahead. Yes.
you. Well, so I can go more enriching tourism experience can be termed as. So ultimately, the experience matters. So we want to gain some. Main points that we consider in this rural tourism.
Sir, due to network issues, we are unable to hear your voice properly.
Okay, okay.
Sometimes it is missing.
Yes. One about obviously departure from monotonous day. So, so and we don't experience, like something, and core of our, one is obviously income and employment through. It's an introvert issue. No matter the time, just to because time is less and we have uh, tourism is actually different from the village tourism per se. In that, rural tourism comprises about half is or staying on tropical plantations, while village tourism is learning about village life and local environment. The matter is really interesting. And what are the benefits and cost of the rural tourism practice? As far as benefits are concerned, rural tourism can be offered as a tour package. And sales of local art, handicrafts, and rural people, rural uh, people, maybe you know, with margin, depending on marginal, agricultural. We can say in cost that we need to promote rural tourism. We need to develop infrastructure. We have to have capital investment. To some extent, we have to arrange, capital for its development issues. Then advertisement and promotion. Then employee base. Then resort maintenance and vocational training related expenses. Raw materials cost that we need. Maybe local producers. Mostly we depend on this because on rural producers, locally available products, cereals or maybe handicrafts, handlooms, whatever we find, souvenir that we prepare. And if as far as rural tourism is concerned, there are many projects going on in India. Some of the projects that I would like to say over here. Chinchinada, it is actually in our Andhra Pradesh. Then we find this Andhra Pradesh, this rain, Ego, it is Arunachal Pradesh, Heritage Village at Tera, then Godka in Gujarat, Nagar in Himachal Pradesh, Vanavas in Karnataka, Ocha in Madhya Pradesh, Avachika in Nagaland, Ovacheka, Lesumi, and Longsa. Then we find Samode in Rajasthan. Then Kajugumalai, it is in Tamil Nadu. I got opportunity to work, over there in an ecotourism project in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. Then this in Tamil Nadu, put down West Bengal. It is near Pushkatam. Is that I would like to say. As far as rural tourism is concerned, it is common for rural tourism fosters a closer relationship between city dwellers and rural communities and thereby reduces rural-urban gap. That is most important, as our director sir was also, talking about this cross-cultural exchange. Sometimes urban cultural exchange program necessary, and it helps a lot. And exhibit new ideas also, imbibe new ideas also. While tourists enjoy the natural environment and learn about farm work, host communities benefit from receiving the income generated by then tourism, space, ecotourism, and ethnic tourism are some of the ways that, according to the characteristics, can be included within the rural. The challenges in rural tourism marketing. Actually, rural tourism marketing, sometimes we don't find the projects are feasible, I mean economically feasible. And that is why even though rural tourism projects start, Government of India started, in many places these are not successful. So how to make it successful? So extensive market research program very often we have to initiate. We have to know about the target group, and accordingly we have to proceed. Obviously, demand is there. To proceed. Some suggestions is in India. Mostly, for actually awareness and program. We say reality as a cat. You have to consider all places develop tourism, not the same. If I talk about Rajpur in Orissa, then its typical feature is different from a other, so maybe sometimes rural artisans, maybe with Dokra, maybe with some other handicraft handlooms we can promote. So we have to identify the USP. That is most important. Though we are promoting rural tourism, in many cases we can add something new, or you can think of a core USP of that particular destination. This is how we can proceed in a far better way. And what we believe at times, tourism, or maybe farm tourism, village tourism, special interest tourism, and such other types of tourism can be, and this is so. This is, that much I will discuss over here regarding this rural tourism and development as far as our country is concerned. So that much will and obviously you can ask. Thank you very much.
Yes, Madam Tanya, Madam. Tanya, Madam.
Yes,
Ram,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Ram sir, over to you.
So, students, you can ask the questions.
Any questions from students?
Sir, Debashish sir. Myself, Naresh Babu, I have visited that Chinchinadu. So couple of times. Recently also, 15 days ago also, I have visited that place. But that is a beautiful place where there is a hut kind of boats also there. Entire night you can stay in the river also. So that is a beautiful place actually.
Okay.
You are telling about the Chinchinadu, na? So
I worked under from this
okay. Students, any questions?
Devashish sir, I have a question.
Yes,
So
yes,
what do
madam.
you think is the future of rural tourism with pandemic and COVID all around, people restricting themselves to travel? So what do you think is the future of rural tourism?
Most of the travel experts they are thinking of providing new packages because of the accessibility. Quite reduced. So at minimum 8 years. So just often in my time getting now I am my of my friends and relatives only. That much I can do. I am not you know this way. It will start in this way. So from VFR, visiting friends and relatives, to nearby places. And nearby places, if we just think about these nearby places, we are thinking about these opportunities nearby. So village tourism or farm tourism or this rural tourism will certainly be a source of attractions people to travel above all.
Yeah, Shubham Kumar Singh, any doubts, please? Shubham Kumar Singh.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you
Yes,
are audible.
yes.
Tell me. Yes.
Sir, I am from a rural area nearby Silchar, Assam. Sir, what are the initial? Sir, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yes. Sir, my question is, sir, I am from a rural area nearby Silchar, and what should the initial steps should I take to attract tourists near my village?
Uh, maybe in the form of cooperative or self-help. Many places you find that as an entrepreneur you can start even in the Spain or Italy. It is, their communities are coming together. Uh, you know, self-help group or maybe cooperative, and how they are offering. And if you understand your attractions, if you offer in this way, will get this wrong at small scale, or maybe by room. This is how it must, so that loss reduces. Thank you.
Thank you,
Ye-
sir.
Yes, Jayjeet, you want to ask a question? You can ask.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
sir.
Jayjeet.
Sir, in today's time, sir, it is seen that many of our generation people like to visit outside places than India, like Paris, Sri Lanka, for Maldives and Singapore, these places. So how will you think that it will motivate us to go to rural places? Because rural places, our perception is that there is no electricity, there is no any proper facilities available, like no networks, no Wi-Fi, no nothing, no proper hotels or anything.
Yes,
So how will you
yes, yes.
optimize, sir?
Yes, actually, different it will be surprising that last year I had been to treat, and we were making them understand that no, the small will find something maybe Silchar, will find without talking. So automatically, attraction to people, poor and people. So what makes people know? Telling, you will opt input or maybe this because so they will go to the basis. But let's we have to have this passion for reality. Case, music, hospitality, things experience. Some people it with some people come to this, go to this. So obvious tourists are also there. Actually, types of tourists we discuss, orbit tourists will find. They don't want to spend more time there. Something. They want to experience not for some other reasons. You and me don't understand, but they understand. They know about the attraction features and they come. So this is going on even from cases we find tourism. People are interested in simple like people are interested in rural and rural tourism. The very basic thing is rural. We can cover obviously this urban tourism, tourism, but we don't talk about urban tourism. It is not possible. So this is the character we are interested in yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So I have a small query. So Devashish sir, this is Ram Kodeshwar. Yes, sir. So recently we are hearing about that's agri-tourism. So especially into that monsoon season. So can you enlighten us? So what about it and what is the scope for the future, and especially for the farmers and the scenario of the farmers? So yes, sir.
As I told you, sir, these alternate types and forms are for supplementing can initiate in district here marginal areas so for months maybe busy with activities at that time they are promoting and when they are sitting they are promoting or maybe the artisan they're doing something I mean you should manufacture something so excellent artwork to how to promote that they want to use they can do so and coming to your question there is an immense possibility with say local produce in fact things are evident people don't know that but these are evident difficult things that we have to promote maybe from village
Yeah.
you there and maybe some things that is absent in present in Andhra or maybe presenting or absent in Andhra that we have to define this is how we have to okay sir thank you
Yes, Aryash. Aryash, you had a question, I think. Aryash?
No.
No. Okay. Ravi, you have raised your hand. Do you have a question?
Yes,
Please.
and
Good evening.
we are is an is great. I believe.
That is why nowadays we talk about yeah.
So
Okay.
can we do
Correct.
this in
Yes, yes. Two things I have to say. Full of these narcotics, blah. And just to go to Kerala, I will not find anything else. Why? There is reason behind. How do they promote? Whom do you promote? Who are you to promote? Or is some other shit. Point one. Point two, we talk about tourism planning nowadays. That is these mass tourism as a subject to in but our tourism full subject. Uh, uh, tourism planning and development in this try to assess in from time to time so that we understand if any events coming to that or anything new particular place or not. This is how we measure. And if we run a particular area, you have to keep in mind and target. It's actually what is going on from between friends and relatives to media. We have connection with or maybe our grandfather or grandmother, staying areas. So it's better to about them. Go back, think, all things were going on years back. So this is how we have to know. Yes, measure there. I'm not coming in details. I can't discuss, but impact assessment is a huge study in that assessment. So we actively promote and Kerala is a nice example. Kerala is a nice example. Also, are doing well. You will not find these errors, coming. After everything for giving visibility. So if costs are more than economic benefits, then it will be rejected. Okay, thank you.
Rupam, I think Rupam has a question.
Yes, sir. Yeah, good evening, sir. Sir, I have a question. Yes, sir. Basically, I belong to Assam only. But, as my father, he was working in Nagaland, so I was like basically born and brought up out there in Nagaland. So, sir, if we go to if you want to go to Nagaland from any other states, like we have to take inner line permit and all these issues are there. If you talk about northeastern state, basically. So, sir, this political influence and all this. So, sir, how to curb out all this problem? Like how to improve tourism in northeast, in to be specific.
In Northeast, my recent and established estate. So we thought of putting we say paradise East is concerned. But as we talked about this area permit and I think this controlled access is not sometimes. We just talk about tourism, tourism, village tourism, quite possible. So we don't want more volume of tourists. We don't like what is going on in the direction. Rather, quality tourists we need. This is yeah, logical as far as the ecology is concerned. Many- So why not we have this that's now a respective number. You know, rather than volume of tourism and how to assure more income from them. That we have to think about. We don't want. It's not that instead of 1 lakh we want 5 lakh tourists. No, it will not. We don't want that. Rather, to keep in mind this typical interaction as you are talking about Nagaland. There we should keep in mind the situation. And what will be the possible impact about ecology and environment? What about the society and acceptance and tolerance level of people? That we have to keep in mind. Keeping in view of things we have to promote tourism. We can't go against local people. This type of tourism, through this, you can help more, you can promote, you can create mass awareness, and very profitable. That they will get. So, only promote. Otherwise, we can't. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Shubham Kumar Singh, I think you have a question.
Yes. Rural area into a tourist hub can destroy the ecosystem and diversity of that rural area, as people are coming from urban area doesn't know the authenticity of that rural area.
No, if
Am I correct?
if volume only no ecology gets degraded afterwards. Just think of Sikkim. Think of Sikkim. All are going to only, and that is why government of Sikkim to open up new routes to Sikkim or West Sikkim. This is the massive that we have to mind. This there that going to like land use architectural designing and all, and the people discuss zoning program planning also. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we'll take the last question from Devendra. Yes, Devendra, I think you have a question.
Yes, yes.
Good evening, everyone. Sir, actually, I'm from Midnapur. Yeah, hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, tell me.
Yeah, I'm from Midnapur, West Bengal. And if you consider the vast district of Midnapur, like people have very biased nature about Midnapur. We are generally city people of Kolkata. They called us Hangars. So they have a very biased nature about Midnapur and the entire district. If you say you have only if you any ask of a city dweller, they will be saying they
You are not,
only
you are not audible. You are not audible. So, may I request Madam to kindly pass on whatever he is actually telling?
Actually, it is not audible to us also clearly. So
Yeah.
I am unable to pass it on to you.
Okay.
However, I think Devendra wished to ask that yes, there is a biased mentality of city people of Kolkata regarding like areas of Medinapur. So how do you try to erase those biases and all? I think Devendra's question meant that. If you can highlight on that.
Okay. That is may not be a typically tourism-oriented question. But yes, we discuss the cultural background, socio, cross-cultural, awareness. How do people accept? I don't know what was your experience, but it happens. Maybe among sometimes with different income level. So things are going on. Just you concentrate on your own work. These right situation it cannot survive because it is India. We belong to these 5,000 civilizations, and we all are united. We accept each other's, this diversified, characteristic features. Don't mind for that. Just you proceed. Obviously, you will get some help from Kolkata and other places in Bengal. Obviously, will get, because all are not the happen in a single family. So how is it possible? How do you think that we are supposed to get same mentality? Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, so we come to the end of the question and answer session. I request Dr. Ram to give away the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Tanya Naik. On behalf of organizing team Travel Act 20 Induction Program NIT Silchar, it's my pleasure to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. My heart fills with lots of gratitude and respect for our distinguished speaker, Dr. Debashish Bhattabayal, for not only spending their invaluable time for us to grace this occasion, but also for enlightening us with their commendable talk on the tourism subject and the rural tourism area. Thank you all for your active participation in this event as well as traveling activity. You have indeed put best of your efforts to make this event knowledgeable event. You have put your best effort to make this event unforgettable as well as so knowledgeable. So we really owe you a lot. I am running short of words to express my humble thanks to Honorable Director Sir Professor Shivaji Bandyopadhyay and NIT Silchar for guiding and directing wonderful activities for newly entered stakeholders of this institution. So you have provided us with valuable support and enriching the institute experience. So now I coming to the thank to that our tech coordinator Dr. Sujit Nath, so for giving us this chance to conducting to that these webinars and all these things. So now coming to that last but not the least, the institute technical team and Dr. Naresh Babu sir, so for providing to the technical support and the computer center team, so for giving to the this event make successful. Thank you all for your active participation. Thank you so much.
I think we can end the meeting. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, madam. See you, madam.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
See you. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you,
Bye, sir.
sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.